Alrighty, let's watch this. There's sound. That's so good. Let me turn off the sound here, even though it's great. The mechanics are great. There's some great separation with all the limbs. I love the 2D effects that he has added. Great offsets and everything. But besides everything being great, also like the snappiness, how he gets quickly into this. The cool thing is that he basically gets into this over one pose, kind of like over one pose, one frame, right? But he kind of snaps into that. But then the continuation in that wiggle just helps to not make it super stiff. There's just enough life in there as it continues. I think that's great. Love these here. You can see the smeary multiples. It's just really fun to see that type of exaggeration with the character being so loose. I love all of this, but the main reason why I'm showing this one is the end. Again, I just want to go through these frame by frame, and I recommend every student that watches this to look at those clips or anything that you find online that's really, really cool, and then go through frame by frame to look at what does he do. He goes and leads with that leg, then brings this in, and then the rest, and that in real time totally works. But I love this here. Look at that. You got, while he's working, he's already going off with multiples, and I love that. It's almost like a mini montage where he's still working. All that continues with a slight adjustment in camera here. Look at that. It's just so much fun just to look at it frame by frame. Animation-wise, I really don't have anything to say just because it's so great. I love all of this here. Just the playfulness. And suddenly you have a nice following that arc. Everything is nicely done. If I'd be super picky, it would be something where he follows this, and then as he goes down, maybe a bit more angled in terms of the body. So it's not straight down while there's a side translate with this. So maybe kind of following that line also with the body, and you can have a bit more fun with that. And then as it comes in and out, you would have a bit of a contrast of head like this and head like that in terms of orientation. I mean, you know, I could be super picky with things where as the body goes down, you think that he would also hold on to this tighter. So there would be a slight change in the finger. So instead of straight down, there would be, like, you can see a curvature in the pinky. It's a tightening of the hands just to feel that there's a little bit of a grip in there, even though it's a bit more pushed in terms of the timing and the cartooniness. I think there's potentially some stuff you could do. Like, I mean, I see a rotation that hand. I don't know if a spreading of fingers would add much. So I think some of these comments, you know, that some as I go into frame by frame would be a bit picky. Like this feels like a default hand. You could rotate in some of the fingers, give it a bit of a different finger posing. But you know, there's also a fine balance. You want to end this on fairly stepped, harsher keys. Would it then be almost too much when you end here to get a bit of a finger grip and a change in the thumb? Just kind of goes up and it kind of grips the helmet. Is that a helmet? Yeah. Helmet hat thingy a bit tighter. So there's always a fine balance of, well, this is also a certain minimalistic style. So if you start adding too many details in there, it's going to be almost slightly weird when you have kind of spliny stuff in there. But I love all this. I love that little, almost like a little keep alive idol there. So good. Anyway, it's mainly, I'm picking this just to showcase how awesome it is. So if anybody's watching this, any student, like, what could I do body mechanics wise? Anything like that, where you just have so much fun. Again, I can be picky with things where the head is very straight. So with this and that push, I would even have, since that's an overall body arc like this, give it a little bit of a lean with a little orientation of that in the head. And then as it goes down, the head can lean a bit the other way. Just a bit of a breakup. There's a little bit of in here, but even here, you could rotate that head over just a bit more. Just having a bit more complexity in the head, I think, could be interesting. And I don't think it would hurt the animation. Because again, it's very minimal and it's very stylized, as you can see here, as like nothing is moving. You know, I mean, you have this leg moving. There's no adjustment in the hips or anything for a type of weight shift. There's no time. It's just all over one frame to make it very clean. But I think that's that. It's really, really great work, and I would highly recommend that you check out the rest of his work.